I haven't rolled in a while, but I do roll with my boys that are 7 and 8. So I try to tap them out whenever I can.
Hell yeah.
And teach them some things. And they love wrestling.
They love wrestling
they love
with daddy, man.
jumping around. And they're learning martial arts from my coach. So now he's training my sons.
That's awesome, man.
It's amazing. He taught me everything about jiu-jitsu. He taught me Thai boxing and boxing. He trains me in boxing. I should have a fight coming up next year. It'll be my first boxing match. And now he's training my kids. So it's amazing.
Well, it's real interesting. I did these seminars. I have this jiu-jitsu for a lifetime. And basically it's not the holds. I mean, anyone can show holds and techniques, and there's guys way better qualified than me to show those things. But what I can show you is how you can preserve your youthfulness and still continue to do the thing you love into advanced age. That was always my goal.
Okay.
The long game. And I think it's really important for these guys to understand. Well, first of all, the first thing I do is have everyone raise their hand. How many people over 40? Might be half dozen. How many people over 45? Maybe 2 more. How many people over 50? Maybe 3 or 4. How many people over 60? Almost no one. Every now and again you get someone over 65. But you never see late 60s, early 70s, because the guys get too busted up.
Right.
They push it too hard.
Right.
Too often, too hard, or we were talking about diet earlier. They don't eat well. The general health goes down. So part of my mission is to show these guys, these younger guys, before it's too late, how they can preserve their youth and still continue to do the things they loved, but you have to modify it.
Okay. Let's talk about some of those things, because there's a guy right now who's getting kind of famous. His name is Brian Johnson, and he has this whole movement called Don't Die. And he's trying to reverse his health. I don't know if you've seen this guy out there. And, he's I think the most tested guy on the planet. He's done more MRIs than anybody on the planet. And he's going through all these protocols on sleep and diet and all these things. And he's trying to reverse his age. He takes all the plasma out of his body and puts it back. Have you seen this guy?
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I'll check him out, though.
He's an interesting dude. I think I was DMing a little bit on Instagram. And he's getting the whole movement. And he calls it Don't Die.
Is he a vegan?
I think he is.
I think I have seen this guy.
That's the only one thing.
As soon as I heard that vegan stuff, that was it for me.
Yeah, I think he might be wrong on that. Sorry, Brian. I was a vegan for a year. I know you tried being a vegetarian for a couple of years, but ultimately I decided, as Charles Poliquin told me, that it wasn't really the right diet for an athlete. And so now I eat animal proteins, and I'm very happy with it.
Yeah, me too.
But I am learning some things from Brian. He really stopped eating late, and that really changed his sleep a lot. He started bringing his last meal earlier and earlier and earlier. I think now his last meal is at 11 a.m. He really went to the extreme. And I think some of the extreme things he does, you can learn from. And I like the fact that he's doing this, because his argument is that almost everything that people do makes them die. And if you look at the typical American habits, from overeating and processed foods, or eating late, or drinking, and all these things we do, we're literally killing ourselves, right?
Pesticides, herbicides, chemical fertilizers, imbalanced soil, mineral imbalances within the food, the spraying that they're doing, God knows what they're doing, so-called climate change or whatever, Yeah, all this stuff, I think. But some of these things we can do something about, some of the things we can't. One thing we do, we buy organic vegetables from farmers in our local area.
Okay.
We're lucky enough to be able to do that.
Okay.
So we get good quality, and we eat at least anywhere between 15 to 16 vegetables a day.
Wow.
Different ones.
Okay.
Steamed all together in a pressure cooker. Meat once a day.
Okay. Once a day.
Yeah. Breakfast is usually either yogurt with a little bit of fruit, or I like goat cheese with whole grain cracker.
Okay.
So I alternate those two. I also get raw milk from a guy that actually milks his own goats, and really good grass-fed, free range. People are afraid of the raw milk.
But it's nice.
The process, the food processors put a big scare into people, but it's nonsense.
But you like it.
I like it. And then supper is more vegetables, maybe a little tahini or beans.
And where do you get your meat
Very
from?
simple.
Do you like getting like, elk and things like that have been?
She actually buys it from local farmers.
Okay.
There's a huge farmers market.
Okay.
That's one thing I liked about Washington State, even though it was pretty pushy with that whole vaccine nonsense.
Yeah.
You can get really good food out there also. There's a lot of local farmers, local producers. So you got to get that diet together. And certainly not eating before bed. No way. That really interferes with sleep. I go to bed about 8:30.
Okay.
I used to make fun of my dad for that.
Yeah.
And now I think, wow, that guy was pretty smart.
Yeah.
He lived to 93.
Wow. And so then your last meal would be what? Hours before that?
Usually at least a minimum of 2 hours before going to bed.
Right.
I try to make it 3.
Okay. That's nice.
Tonight will be a little bit later, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.